I'm here with Gaz and Charlie, 2-2 today, 2 points drop, but a little bit better. How you feeling, Gaz?
Yeah, the performance was all right. I mean, I'm in two minds. I'm in that horrible part of the season where I want to say, this season's just a write-off. Let's just try and get some good performances. But the top four is still possible. You know what I mean? If we get a good run together. But can you see it happening? Probably not. I've got hiccups.
You have. You want to hold your breath for an hour?
Okay, you talk to Charlie and I'll hold my breath. Go.
Charlie, how you feeling after that?
It was just average, I think. I like the formation change. I like the back three. I think the reason we went with the back three was to try and stop Aubameyang being in between the two centre-halves and having a numerical advantage over him. And I think it nullified his performance. He went out to the left wing at the end. And yeah, it did kind of stop him. And he was a danger man coming into this. I feel like if we do play that formation with a Pogba and Fred midfield, it can add a bit of energy and hopefully it will be easier to connect the attack to the defence. Overall, bit average, but better than the past few games, so I guess there's a few positives.
Defenders, I thought, were the positives, weren't they? Like you say, Bailly, Rojo, I thought were quite.
I was thinking that, and then the winner made that mistake.
Yeah, now you can say he made that mistake, but he made the first goal happen, didn't he? So that's typical Marcus Rojo, that, and it makes a goal happen and then makes a horrific mistake.
Would you keep him and Bailly in the team? Because we've seen him make mistakes before and not be seen again.
That would be the funniest thing ever. And if we are actually saying that this season is a write-off, then let's put Bailly and Rojo as the centre-half partnerships for the rest of the season and concede 200 penalties. And if we're saying that the season actually is a write-off, I just want the vibe to be a bit better around here now. And if we are actually saying, right, Mourinho's not going to make top four, then we know he's going to go at the end of the season. So, mate, just give it Carrick or something. Mate, I'm not just saying something. I'm not saying, because if the season is genuinely a write-off, then just give it someone to bring the vibe back and bring a positive team sheets out there as well, something to get the fans actually excited. Today, at times, it didn't feel like we had any midfield, mate. It didn't feel like we had.
We didn't, because we started Matic.
The only time we linked the defence to the midfield or to the forward line was when Bailly was running forward with the ball. And like you say, Matic, mate, I put on Twitter, if Pogba's a virus, Matic is a terminal illness. Because, mate, how is he staying in the team when Pogba's getting dropped? You could even argue, obviously, that Pogba deserved to be dropped today after his antics in the last game, which was ridiculous. But if he deserves to be dropped, Matic deserves to be dropped 10 times, mate. I don't know what's going on.
Dave, what are you making of that?
I want to disagree with you guys, but what do I know about football? He says,
tell us, Dave, tell us.
He says with nearly no voice, he's screaming and shouting. I think Barry's a fucking monster when he gets going. I mean, it's like,
Barry, same thing.
Barry, where's he been?
Jose apparently was injured, but looks like he fell out with Jose.
They played quite well though, didn't they? Do you think?
Made a few errors, but I think that's to be given considering him and Rojo been out of the team for so long.
I was listening to you before the game.
You don't want to do that.
I don't want to do it. Well, yeah, but I disagree with you about Pogba. Pogba came on. And the whole thing changed for me.
It changed when Lukaku came on.
And Lukaku, they took Jesse off, and he worked his ass off, didn't he? And some of the other players did as well. You know, it was good to see that there was a little bit of a spark there. You know, only a little bit. Hey, it's too. We're celebrating. I'm not.
It's not celebrating.
Yeah,
he's just talking.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but
we beat them 8-2 a few years ago.
I was there, man.
Those were the days. Now we're celebrating draws. It's heartbreaking.
I haven't seen one person celebrate. No, I haven't seen one person celebrate.
We're not celebrating.
I'm happy though.
Anyway, going on to that point you made about the future. Right, I want a vote of confidence, or I want something from the board or Jose Mourinho. I want a statement to say whether he's staying for the next few years or whether he's going, because we need to find out now. If this season's a write-off, we need to give it to someone else and go in a new direction. If not, we need to continue with Jose's way forward. And I don't know,
Let's actually take our time with the appointment as well a little bit. Like let's actually start planning it now, because we all know Jose's not going to be here next season. Let's actually start planning for our next manager now. Put some plan in place. Give us some sort of, I hate to say it, philosophy going forward, an actual idea of how we want to move forward as a club, rather than just getting rid of him and then just bringing in the first guy that we find.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's one of the things that we've struggled with in recent years. We sort of went from Moyes because it seemed like the dream appointment to Louis van Gaal because he was available, and then Jose Mourinho is someone who I've always wanted at United, which is why I'll always back him. But yeah, like Gaz says, I'd go. I'd try and take some time with this next appointment, because to be honest, it's a big one. If we do this, if we get this next one wrong, it's a couple more years of mediocrity. Whereas if we get this next one right, we could see us go back straight up to the top.
Cheers, lads.
Charlie in.
Nice one, guys.